There is a robust IPO pipeline for 2019. 160 companies have filed to go public with the SEC, including big names like Uber, Lyft, AirBNB, Palantir, WeWork, and Pinterest. Uber alone may have a valuation of $72 billion, and Pinterest is interviewing bankers in preparation for an IPO, according to Recode. But the government shutdown could be throwing a wrench in the plans. Rick Heitzmann is the founder of FirstMark Capital. He's an early investor in both AirBNB and Pinterest. Rick, it's always good to see you.
Good to see you again.
So SEC only has essential employees. They're not dealing with IPOs. What's happening at this point?
At this point, nothing.
Yeah.
That's the scary part, that nothing is happening. But, you'd think that we're 2 weeks into the year. It's not even Martin Luther King Day yet. And, the tweets are going that there's, there might not be any public financings in 2019. It's way premature. So you think about all the things that have to happen. The SEC still has 28 days to reply to a filing. Assuming that the SEC reopens, government shutdown reopens, it won't even impact the IPO windows by a quarter.
So this is not something that's really a concern of yours whatsoever when it comes to your portfolio companies. At what point does it become a concern? Is it a month into the shutdown? Is it 2 months?
I think that you're going to see just an accordion back based on how long the shutdown is. If it's a month back, it'll be a little bit less than a month. The issue is, I think it's going to be an issue for all IPOs this year. I think the mega deals, the ones you talked about, the Ubers, the Lyfts, the Palantirs, are going to get done regardless of market conditions and regardless of what happens in the government, because they're big known companies that people want to buy, people might need to buy if they think they're the future of transportation. If you're the next tier of companies or two-tier companies down, you're not an everyday name, you won't be able to get mind share if there's a backup of IPOs. Then, therefore, you might have to push it out to create your own window in a crowded market.
Are there any companies like that in your portfolio? We are trying to work through a plan B, so to speak, for 2019?
Not yet. I think that we set it up that we're going to be able to finance these companies almost regardless of economic condition. If the fear of a potential recession has people thinking about establishing a fortress balance sheet. A lot of companies established what they call a fortress balance sheet in 2018, where they can control their own destiny aside from financing risk. And therefore, people aren't worried about anything like this for the next couple of weeks.
Hey, so, Rick, that's a really good point. I mean, think about the tens of billions of dollars that's been raised in equity and in debt for some of these mega names, Airbnb, Uber, that sort of thing. Does it give you guys like this runway to actually delay them if you wanted to, if the conditions weren't correct because of volatility? Let's say the SEC gets back in order.
I think that most people have already taken that delay. They've already said, I'm going to do my mega private financing round. I'll take care of early liquidity. I'll take care of providing plan B, plan C. I think now a lot of these companies are saying it's time to kind of play in the big leagues. And we'll wait for the SEC to reopen, which should be shortly.